Hey up, my name's Jamie. Good morning. Well, I'm here to do something a little bit different today. We've come back to Bullet Hill and we're going to have a closer look at Slaughter Gap. At the end of the video, I'm going to do like a short documentary style thing. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So make sure that you stay until the end of the video and to have a look at that documentary style type thing. And or you can just whiz ahead. I'd prefer you didn't, but just whiz ahead if you want to. So yeah, let's get into it. So again, luckily, absolutely stunning day here in West Yorkshire. West is best. Like I said, we're going to go back up to Bullet Hill. This is where I did a few videos with the drone. We're not going to be doing anything, you know, like range tests or anything like that today because, yeah, it turns out that there was quite a few concerns about doing stuff like that. So we'll put a pin in that one for now. Oh yeah, wonderful. Well, we're back up here. This is really quickly becoming one of my favourite places to come. There's all sorts of stuff up here. And it's just a lovely walk, especially now the weather's starting to change for the better. We're getting a lot of nice bright sunny days. And a lot of nice still days too for when we want to shove the drone up in the air. Still haven't found a name for the drone, so if you've got any suggestions, I'm looking for like a name, not something like Thunder Tits or something like that, you know, although that would be quite amusing. So we're just at the spot here now where I did do a few drone tests, but we're going to keep on mooching forward today. We're going to get right up close to Slaughter Gap. It's almost weather enough to start walking without a jacket. That would be nice. Or maybe some kind of fancy hoodie. Who knows? So yeah, this seems like a good enough place as any. Absolutely wonderful. Stunning views here, which you'll be able to see from the air very soon. And yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Take off. Home point updated.
So we're going to try and get some nice cinematic style footage if we can of Slaughter Gap. And don't worry, for all the drone police out there, I am flying with full VLOS and within the safety margins of the drone's capabilities. I won't be going any further than 500 meters away from myself. Light aircraft, let me just bring that down. See, I did notice a low flying light aircraft, so I have brought the drone down to 10 meters until it passes. And it's passed, so we'll carry on our flight. So as you can see there's some aerial views of Slaughter Gap. And as I said, at the end of the video I will be doing a short little story, I suppose, of the historical importance of Slaughter Gap. So we're definitely starting to get used to the drone now. I do still have visible line of sight, so don't worry. And you can probably, yeah, you might not be able to hear it over the mic now because I did change the gain somewhat because it was a little bit too high. Wonderful. And I did check on drone assist for flight restrictions, which there are none. And today, luckily, last time I came here, there was quite a lot of livestock up here. Today, apart from maybe 1 or 2 sheep, there's nothing. You can hear the drone directly above us now. Look at them for some views. You really can't beat the Yorkshire countryside, you really can't. And I'm not just saying that because I'm from Yorkshire. I'm saying it because it's an absolute fact. It's beautiful. You can see the outline of some old dwellings here. So we'll drop her down now. She's directly above me, just behind. And I can even you might be able to see her in shot in just a second. Not that I need to prove anything. But you might be able to see her just over there. Hopefully you can see her in shot. Hey, can you see her? Right, so we will go back out again. Being quite mindful of them trees because I do want to get a bit lower. So I want to watch the trees and the fence line. Now I'm not going to put any screen capture thing on here for the drone controls on this video because basically I don't think we need to see anything. We're not doing any funky stuff or anything like that, so just as it is here is fine. One thing that I would advise you to do if you're trying to do things like this is if you spin your drone around, you can see what's behind the drone and everything, so you can check for obstacles that way, because sometimes you can always remove them, you know, in editing you can always remove that, but sometimes things look a bit different you know, from the naked eye to what they do where the actual drone is. So just a bit of a safety thing. Just once in a while, just spin your drone around and just check for any obstacles that you might not be able to see, like wires, or, you know, the treetops might be a bit closer than what you actually think through the naked eye. What an absolutely stunning day. There's hardly a breath of wind. So no, we're not going to get any strong wind warnings today, that's for sure. And there I am down there, you can see. So you can see that the drone is not very far away from us at all. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to land her, and then we'll go mooch a little bit further round, see what we can see from the other side. And I will try my very best not to land it in that great big pile of cow muck there. That would just be disastrous, wouldn't it? Watch this for a pro landing. Absolute professional. Right, so we'll mooch on a bit further and we'll carry on from there. We'll carry on as mooch, just a little bit further. Might go up the hill a bit so we can get some views from a different perspective. Yeah. It's crazy to think I am actually considering taking my jacket off. It is very, very warm, which is absolutely outstanding. Look at the size of this hill. I would have chose probably one of the steepest parts to walk up, wouldn't I, when it's all crunchy and overgrown. What? Oh dear. Right, so we've come a little bit further up the hill. Not too much, because just waiting for the aircraft to connect. Waiting for the aircraft to get some satellites, and then we're good to go. There we go, did you hear that? So we'll spin up again
Take off.
and start recording. Right.
Home point updated.
There's a bee buzzing around me. First time I've seen a bee this year. I'm keeping an ear out for aircraft because seems to be a flight path here for light aircraft and helicopters. Max altitude. I'll drop her down. She won't go over 120. We are getting a strong wind warning up here now. And there's another wonderful view. Look at that. Wow. Just see us in shot there now. So, that was some lovely aerial footage of Slaughter Gap. And I'm going to try a little documentary thing on it now. So, I hope you enjoy. Let's have a look.
Slaughter Gap, situated in Mixenden near Ovingdon in West Yorkshire, is historically significant due to a skirmish during the English Civil War on January the 4th, 1644. Following the Battle of Sorby Bridge, Captain Farrer led a parliamentarian cavalry unit in pursuit of retreating royalist forces towards Halifax. Overextending their advance, Farrer and his men found themselves isolated behind enemy lines. To rejoin their main force at Heptonstall, they attempted a route northwest of Halifax via Ovingdon Woods towards Ludden Dean. However, challenging terrain and interception by royalist cavalry from King's Cross forced them to make a stand on the slope between Hunter Hill and Mixenden Brook in an area known as Binns Hole Clough, later referred to as Slaughter Gap due to the ensuing conflict. The confrontation involved approximately 100 soldiers. The royalists prevailed, capturing 10 parliamentarians, including Captain Farrer, and killing 1 soldier. The captured men were imprisoned in Halifax, where 2 were identified as deserters from Mackworth's army and were subsequently hanged near the Halifax gibbet. 2 others succumbed to their wounds in the following days. Local tradition holds that a significant battle occurred at a place called the Slaughters, or Slaughter Gap, located in a hollow between the Cars and Hunter Hill. Fragments of gun barrels, locks and human bones have been found in the area, supporting accounts of the skirmish. Today, the Slaughter Gap remains a point of historical interest, reflecting its role in the turbulent events of the English Civil War.
Well, that was the short documentary style storytell thing on the history, or some of the history on Slaughter Gap. There is a lot more to be known about it, and there's a lot more to explore on these hills and moors as well. So we're going to be doing that quite a lot. And so I'll leave it there for now. So my name's Jamie, I'm your Yorkshire Walker, and I'm out. Peace.